Bear Clooney is back. Bear Clooney is back. Welcome to Bear Clooney Watches channel. For those who are returning, thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for your friendship. For those who are joining me for the first time, please subscribe to a real watch enthusiast channel. No bullshit, no hidden agenda, no trying to sell you stuff. You see, I don't do this for living. I do this shit for free. I do it because I want to contribute to our watch community. That's why. And this is, by the way, why I don't need a doctor's note when I take the absence from YouTube video. But to all of you, and many of you who are asking, where am I? Did Bear Clooney lose interest in watches? Is something going on? I thank you. I thank you for your interest in my channel and my content. It's also funny how when there is an anomaly of any kind, anything out of ordinary, when I was absent for about a month, I found that there are so many of those creating stories behind the scene. There's something much bigger, much more profound, much more intriguing than real life. And to this video really is about my return and why am I coming back, why was I gone, what's going on in my mind as a watch collector. Well, let me tell you, I, for a month, maybe a little longer, have been absent, not just from my YouTube channel, but I was really not watching any YouTube watch content. I simply needed a break from it. It started to be a little bit annoying. It's full of hidden agenda, clickbaits, variety shows, collectors with lack of knowledge, gurus actually. Collectors I can understand. Watch enthusiast doesn't necessarily need the knowledge. All he needs is the love for the hobby and enthusiasm. But there's these instant watch gurus who pretend to know shit and they really don't know much. So that starts to be annoying. The more you know, the more you discover, the more you learn. You start to kind of wonder, what the fuck am I watching this for? So that's one thing that I started with. I also felt that my absence might help my haters, so I care about them as well. I really do. Because in a way, my absence was as a giving gift of absence, of my absence, to those that don't appreciate my presence. But contrary to what I thought it is, I actually discovered that sometimes the absence can be actually stronger than the presence. And that came to my attention from numerous inquiries and questions and interest in my channel and me as a person, which was genuine and kind. And this is why I'm back. This is why I want to continue doing this channel and to continue with original idea, make a channel for a simple reason, to contribute to watch enthusiast community, not be just the consumer, but be a producer, creator, and share your thoughts, your rants, your ideas with those who are similar to me. And that is what brought me back. In the other area of concern was, where is my collection going? I mean, it's exploding. It became overwhelming. It started to make me feel not enjoyable feeling, definitely not enjoyable. It's almost like an anxiety. When you exceed 40 timepieces, you start to actually wonder, what am I really doing? Is this a search for perfect timepiece or hoarding? Is this collecting watches or mutual funds? Am I enjoying watches if they are sitting in a safe box? I don't know. All those thoughts going through my mind. And then on social media, predominantly Facebook, being part of many Facebook group and administrator of Horology Talk, I noticed that people like to flex a lot, that our hobby is full of douchebags. You know, insecure, small-minded, really needy bastards who simply want to make a statement of some kind. And I never understood exactly what type of statement, but it is this need to know, like telling us, look how wealthy I am. They're not showing you piece of art, piece of horology, piece of beauty, piece of love for watch, but it's a watch next to the Mercedes or BMW or Audi sign. That's next to some kind of wealth presentation. So that started to really make me nauseated, and I just started to feel sick of it. Ooh, disgusting. Then, what else went through my mind? You know, you see in these collections, this was predominantly on Rolex forum, and everyone that knows me knows I am a huge Rolex fanboy. I'm a Rolex geek. I love Rolex. But it made me think, you know, you're looking through these presentations of the collections and watches on the Rolex forum. It's all same shit over and over. Collections that look alike. This obsession, you know, with hard-to-get pieces, which I'm guilty of. So I ask myself, hey, listen, would you, and I ask others in my Facebook group, would you like and collect these steel professional Rolex pieces with the same enthusiasm if they are not hard to get? And I answered honestly to myself, no, I wouldn't. I think that part of being hard to get played an important component of my want, of my wish to own them. You know? Is that watch collecting? Then, you know, Bear Clooney, my son, looking at my collection and saying, you know what, you created a quite interesting horological mutual fund portfolio. And I looked at my watches and I'm like, yeah, you know what, predominant core of my collection started to look like that. You know, I just started to question myself. I started to question, where am I going? What am I doing? What am I really enjoying? I am enjoying the hunt for hard-to-get piece. I'm enjoying the beauty and aesthetics of the watch. I knew right away I'm not a big on movements and understanding of the movements. I like the micromechanics and I like the idea behind it. But movement as a movement is not my predominant interest. And that explains my liking of Rolex, predominantly Rolex, Omega, Seiko, blah, blah, blah. So everything got mixed up in my head. Then, you know, add to that this whole fiasco with House of Horology, which I never really watched his channel. Horology House of Horology, that Australian scammer who sold replica watches as the real watches and scam people. I find him annoying. I didn't like him ever. I mean, I tried his channel and fuck, he was just fucking pretentious dick. So I didn't like him. I never liked him. So I didn't follow his channel, but I followed the story, and it was just another scam in the watch world, guru who presents himself in one way, but in reality it's nothing but a douchebag. So makes you wonder, makes you think, right? The whole thing is starting to kick in. I'm part of something I'm not a fan of. Why is that? I mean, I despise these people who are flexing with wealth and watches on Instagram and Facebook groups and so on. I am starting to be very annoyed by uniformity of the collections where everyone is chasing a same freaking timepiece. And it's almost obsession, you know, like I want to have what I can, but you know what, you actually can. Nothing rare about those watches. It's just being handled like that. And then you get the people like Kevin O'Leary who are instant watch lovers, because they discovered power of money rules the world of horology. And now they're gurus. Fuck, they're giving advice on watches. F. Pigeon, move away. Here comes Kevin O'Leary. New F. Pigeon connoisseur. Oof, it's just so painful. The whole thing pisses me off and annoys me. So I kind of wanted to step away from it, get out of it. I didn't want to be part of something that I didn't like any longer. But then I discovered the other side of our hobby. So many people in our hobby are quiet majority. And they love the hobby for the right reasons. And they enjoy the watches for the right reasons. And you know what? If we, and I kind of want to be part of it, I'm not part of being those other guys I don't like. If we step away and if we allow our hobby to become nothing more than mutual fund collecting and instant gurus and fake watches and replicas and fake YouTube personality and clickbaits and fast money schemes and variety shows and all other freaking bullshit that surrounds our hobby lately, we're going to lose our hobby. It's going to turn into something ugly. So I figured, you know what, I'll continue my thing. I'm going to push through. I'm going to do what I enjoy. Where am I going with this? I don't know. I know that I want to continue search for the perfect timepiece. I like watches. I know that I'm overwhelmed with the size of my collection. And I know that I'm not fully enjoying my watches. So I want to change that. I am becoming very intrigued by precious metal Rolex pieces. I don't know. Is that douchey? I don't know. I just like it. I like precious metal in luxury pieces. I do. I am willing to learn more. I want to be part of the hobby and continue dealing with people that I respect, like, and with so many friends I made in this hobby. So I can't just walk away, I am not going to let obvious distractions, which I consider negative, take away from my love for horology, for watches. And even if I don't watch any other YouTube watch channels, it's irrelevant. YouTube is not something that is primarily most important for watch collecting. YouTube is not necessarily something that our hobby will not exist without. Our hobby existed before YouTube channels, before explosion of watch YouTube channels, and I'm sure it will exist after, if there is after. But I do want to offer opportunity to those who are like me to have a platform, I think that's where I'm going with this channel. So where am I going? I'm continuing. I'm continuing with the same theme. Disillusioned but not detached. Lost interest? No, I love watches. I really do. I love watches. I love watches in all aspects, history and aesthetics and movement. And I don't know every aspect well, but I do appreciate it. I know certainly more than most of those who are considered instant gurus. I know that because I can see holes, man, in conversations, in live streams, in presentations. Holy shit, people don't know much. And yet they take this position and this whole authority stand. No. Don't trust that. I mean, do your own research as well. Don't depend and become too attached to personality and ultimately just depend for them to digest information for you. Information is there. Knowledge is there. You need to find ways to acquire it. So that's it. That's why I was gone. And this is why I'm back. So good to be back. I will try to create more content very soon. There's a couple of new watches I want to present. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for being part of my hobby, of my life. You all mean a lot to me. And thank you for your loyalty, for your support. Bear Clooney is back, and I wish you all the best. All the best to all of you.